So, for anyone who might have missed this game yesterday, yes, this is actually a chariot racing game. Um, Unfortunately, it's like they basically hit us with like the Simpsons road rage type of objective where we have to grind money by redoing the same race over and over again until we have enough money to unlock the next race. So we're already halfway through Alexandria, but it is essentially just a grind. I think we were going Roman. I kind of want to... Oh, whoops. Hold up. Hold up, no. And I'll start the timer, but this is not... This is the wrong configuration. This won't do. We want Roman, that horse, Talos, and who were we? And the crazed one. Wolf the crazed one. This is the official squad.
Welcome to Alexandria. Tres, due, una.
It's gonna take me a sec to get used to this game again. It's very weird. How was my health already like 0 there? Got hit by some kind of strong attack. Yeah, this is it. Alexandria is actually the least bad race so far. This is track number 3, and tracks 1 and 2 were both way, way, way longer than this. Yeah, you killed us both there. Now we're going the long way around the building for some reason, too. Dude, that's my kill. No. Come on. Karak has like 1 HP. Just get him. Just get him. Just get him. Okay. Got him. Yeah, the pro strat is... the pro strat is definitely to like charge up the giant attack and then have it land on them. Like you swing in. You kind of swoop in right as the attack actually goes off. You do the charge up when you're standing away from them. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much as hard a confirmation as ever that they're doing Tony Hawk 3 and 4 remake. I hope it's as good as the 1 and 2 remake, because that was really good. Yeah, they've just decided that I lose. Not much I can do about that. I care so little about the games made after Tony Hawk 4. Underground 1 is kind of okay, but like... I don't know. I guess I might slightly agree under the skin, but I don't have a specific reason for that. Like, I do... 3 is still a lot of fun. I have it on my Xbox right now, and sometimes, if I'm really bored, I'll just boot up 3 and just try to get, like, a high score on some level. I also have 2X on here, though, and I've played way more of that. But... I don't know. 3, the mechanics are finally locked in as 3 as far as, like, they added reverts and stuff. Makes it way easier to do, like, absolutely massive combos. but I don't know. I've probably played more too at this point. I do like THPS 2 a whole lot. You hated the writing in Underground. See, I hated the writing in Underground 2. I thought Underground 1 was effective, mostly. Underground 2 is a game that genuinely, like, pissed me off as I was playing it. It's way too jackass. Thug 2 is like Tony Hawk and Bam Margera are having a competition to see who can be the biggest public menace, and they travel around the world with teams of skateboarders, just generally being awful people. And then at the end, Team Tony Hawk wins, I think? I forget what happens. I think at the end they like blow up a skate park, and then there's like some side plot of like an evil businessman that wants to like film their chaos to sell it to make money. And they're like, you know, we're not causing chaos to sell it to make money. We're just doing it because it's fun. Fuck this guy. And they like delete his tape at the end. But it's also like, I don't know, man. Like, this is stupid. Like, you can't pretend to take a moral high ground when, like, you can't take the moral high ground about, like, blowing up someone else's skate park. And, like, at one point they, like, push a guy in a wheelchair, like, off a building. And it's just like, what the fuck is this? And, like, I'm not one to be, like, you know, all moral panicky or whatever. But I am just like, these people are all horrible people, and the game doesn't even seem to realize that. So I did hate the writing, is what I'm getting at. No, there's no difference between blowing up a skate park for the love of the game versus money. I also just generally think that the stages were not that interesting and the challenges weren't that interesting, which is sort of a problem American Wasteland had as well. It wasn't even an evil skate park. They just decide to like terrorize innocent people throughout the entire game. And like, I get it. Jackass was big, Bam was big. You know, that kind of brand of chaos was really in at the time. It's like, whoa, aren't we crazy? Look at this thing we're doing. But it's just like, it just annoyed me. It just annoyed me to no end. I'm excited to play Project 8 though. Project 8 is on the Xbox and I haven't played it before. It's like the last Tony Hawk before the motion controlled ones that I haven't played. Well, there's also there's one other in there, right? What's that thing called? There's one other that I always forget about. Nah, Skateland was like a DS PSP game. That doesn't count. There's one called, I'm looking this up. Yeah, Proving Ground. Proving Ground was the actual, like, last one. And then after that, there was like, hey, I have a great idea. And they did the whole, like, stand on the skateboard controller thing. And then the series completely died for a number of years. Yeah, American Wasteland just had a lot of bloat in it. I didn't like that you had to do a bunch of, like, BMX missions. There was a lot of stuff where it's just like these sort of scripted. This sort of started with 4, honestly. It started with 4, became more of a thing with Underground, but really until Underground 2, I would say it wasn't that big of a problem. A lot of the missions are just these, like, scripted, very easy things you have to do, where it's just like, you know, Jeff says that if you do a kickflip over this ramp, something crazy will happen. And then you do it, and then there's like a 20-second cutscene of a big sign falling down. And then that's the objective, and it's just like, well, I didn't do anything. Like, that's not, I don't know. American Wasteland has that problem real bad. That's like the entire game. It's just little, like, bite-sized non-objectives and other weird gimmick things. I don't know, I kind of just like, and like, I'm not saying that every objective in the earlier games is like very complex, but I am saying that because of the 2-minute timer, it sort of makes them more complicated. Where it's like, can I get them while also getting all the other things in 2 minutes? That makes it okay that a lot of the objectives in the earlier games are basically just touch this thing and then you're done. When you don't have that kind of pressure, then it's like, well, now I just don't care at all. Now I just feel like I'm doing nothing while I play through the game. So that's my Tony Hawk opinion. But 3 and 4 remake is going to be a banger, hopefully. Yeah, so 4 was the first one I ever played. And it's like, there's pros and cons, right? Like, I think today I kind of prefer the 2-minute timer format, because I feel like it's better for just pick up and play type of stuff. But 4 was my first one. It came with my PS2 when I bought a PS2 a bunch of years ago. And it is kind of cool that you can just, like, explore the skate park at your own pace. And yeah, the evidence that it's happening is that the other day they added a map to Call of Duty that had a skateboard store with a time on it. There's like a skate shop with a big poster that says March 5th, 2025. And then now they've taken the Tony Hawk official website and put a March 5th countdown on it. And also, if you inspect Element, the countdown is literally called 3+4 Remake Countdown, apparently. So, like, gee, I wonder what they're doing. And for what it's worth, they should have made this ages ago anyway, because, you know, I think that 1+2 did... I mean, I don't know if it sold a bunch, but it did seem like it was a very big deal when it came out for a little bit there. I paid money for it. I swallowed my pride and paid full price for that game on the Epic Games Store. I don't know how well the game sold overall, but it kind of seemed like it sold well. It reviewed very well. Everyone loved it. So it is just like, all right, well, where's the next one then? And they didn't, because instead they gutted the developer and made them go be a support studio for Diablo, unfortunately. That's what happened. But I don't know. I guess they've got someone working on 3 and 4. Come on, Chirac. Gotta get out of my way here. Look what you wore. What the hell? Incredible gaming experience. Yeah, maybe they released Vicarious Visions to go make 3 and 4. I don't know. I feel like they could have just gotten maybe some like random no names to do it. I don't even know. I'm not familiar with like the internal structure of Activision, Blizzard, King, Microsoft, Bethesda, whatever, the conglomeration from hell. Not familiar with their internal structure or anything these days, but, you know, they could probably have just, like, taken the engine from 1 and 2 and just handed it off to some, like, asset farm and been like, hey guys, please make HD versions of the maps from the old game. They could have maybe just done that. The work is pretty much done. I'm not sure what, like, needs changing. Yeah, I mean, that would maybe make it suck again. I don't know. 1 and 2 are definitely, like, it was really cool that for 1, they added a bunch of extra objectives to sort of bring those maps up to par with the other ones. It was just cool in general that, like, even on top of that, they had tons of, like, not even goals, but just, like, you know, even higher scores and, like, speedrun objectives and stuff like that they had put in that reward you with, like, different decks and things. Stuff like that was a lot of fun. And stuff like that is just like, yeah, the devs put a lot of love into the game. And if it's not a good dev team, they maybe wouldn't put the same amount into 3 and 4. I don't know. The maps don't really have associated places, some of them at least. Foundry, Suburbia, Airport. Yeah. You know, I guess that's a fair point. Because in 1 and 2, well, 1 has, like, I think they do say somewhere on, like, the menu screen where the mall is. But, like, functionally, the mall doesn't really take place anywhere specific either. Sort of the problem with any indoor level, unless you base the indoor level off a real-life skate park, which there are a couple of those that they've done. It's fun. There's whenever they base, it's fun whenever they base a level off a real-life skate park, because then there might be another extreme sports game that also uses the same skate park, and then it's like the same level in 2 different games. That one skate park from Tony Hawk 1 that has like the eyeball bowl. I think it's Burnside. That's also in Grind Session on PS1, which is really fun to me. I think there might have been another time that happened as well, where the same park showed up in 2 different games. Oh, there was no deathmatch in Alexandria. We're just going straight to Germany. Any Germans can confirm it looks like this there.
Tres, due, una.
Oh my god, I hate when this happens. I'm just dead. Yeah, usually when racing games do it, it's lamer though, because it's like, usually means it's some kind of like boring sim or some kind of boring track. I think they based this on a real life track. I think that they would later build Nürburgring on this same path. Well, that's just a massive shortcut. Okay. Oh, they're a lot tadsy. The Xbox has more racing games than like any other console ever made. Maybe second only to the N64 if you do like as a percentage of library. I'm pulling that number out of my ass, but the OG Xbox is like, this is a console for people who like racing games. Oh, definitely don't want to go that way, I guess. Yeah, racing games and World War II shooters. A very dad-core console. That was 2.5 minute laps. This is going to be a 7.5 minute race, which is less bad than Cyprus, so we take those. A pole with 5 shooters. It'll definitely happen one of these days. I'm not sure we've ever had a pole with 5 games that were all the same genre. I think that if we bring back themed polls for the hundreds... Oh, I was totally supposed... No. Wait, yes? Okay, hang on. Here's how you do it. You take that shortcut, then you take this shortcut. Yeah, if we bring back themed polls for the hundreds, I think poll number 100 might be World War II Mania. 5 World War II shooters. Because we gotta play them. Either that or like the Clancy get in, and it's 5 Tom Clancy games. Because yeah, I don't think we've seen any Tom Clancy's yet in polls. But there are like 10 more Tom Clancy games on the Xbox that weren't even on GameCube. We'll never be free of his grasp. There's also a lot of Star Wars. There's just a lot. The Xbox just has a lot. Somehow the games list is smaller, but at the same time, it has a lot. Yeah, the ultimate dad core console. We've got Tom Clancy, we've got World War II, We've got simulation racing games. What more could you want as a dad? I understand the popularity of Tom Clancy. It's like Metal Gear Solid, but for people who actually like care about the military and shit. If you think the military is cool and epic, then there you go. Playing through the Splinter Cell games, I found the tone of them to be somewhat, like, nauseating. Just the whole, like, I don't know. There's like a special brand of Tom Clancy, like, I don't know. Just his whole shtick just is like, ugh. I have no idea how. Somehow, the other racers are ending up down there. Oh, I'm way behind now. We're coming in second for this. That guy, look at him all the way up in first. How did he even do that? He found, like, extra shortcuts. I don't know. I don't know the... Oh, now I'm in first. What happened? The guy in front of me screwed up somehow. We need 40k to advance to the next course. We're getting like 2,000 at a time if we win the race. It's gonna be like 4 more of these races. Arsenius, the rogue leader of the Germanic tribes, who knows only the lust for battle, the thrill of speed, and the spoils they provide. Arsenius knows they are not a conquered people. He knows it.
Tres, due, una.
Yeah, I don't know to what extent Tom Clancy had input. He definitely doesn't have any input today, that's for sure. But, yeah, I don't know. His name was attached to too many games for him to have anything to do with all of them, right? Yeah, the Rainbow Six games are meant to be like SWAT Team Sim. Like the SWAT games. Wow, literally nobody else died. They just made sure that I couldn't make the turn, and then they left. Wait, is SWAT on Xbox? Is that true? All games. Oh, it is. SWAT Global Strike Team. I don't know what that is. I feel like whenever I hear anyone mention the SWAT games, they're talking about SWAT 4. whatever the deal with that is. Everyone loves SWAT 4. They're ganging up on me so hard. This sucks. Should have gotten that item. Oh, what the? I didn't even touch him. Okay. I feel like that happens sometimes. They just die. SWAT 1 was a Police Quest spin-off. Isn't Police Quest like the Sierra adventure game? As an aside, Police Quest is a fantastic name for a game. Why would the police go on a quest? It just raises a lot of questions. Oh, I thought for sure that was a shortcut. I was very certain that was going to be a shortcut. Oh, and for the record, this game's not that bad. To answer your question from before, it's not annoying like Snowboard Kids, because nothing is annoying like Snowboard Kids is annoying. But, it's not the most... Like, the racing is very simple. Basically what happens is you whip the horse to get the pace meter into the correct spot. You don't want it to be too high on the meter, apparently. Like, I think you want it to be in the place where the two arrows are blinking, and then you're good. I think that's where you want it to be. And as long as you sort of babysit the pace meter, then you're going max speed. Steering is not complicated at all. There's no... You know, you're not going very fast, so there's not a lot of complexity to the steering. Whoops, I was supposed to go left there. What there is like leaning mechanics like that. So depending on the difficulty you're playing as, or you're playing on, tournament mode is only able to be done on normal, I think. Some turns will make your cart almost tip over and you have to use the right stick to sort of correct the cart. I am controlling both the cart and the fighting guy at the same time. So we have 4 different attacks. There's my 4 attacks. There's also a block button that I don't use very often. There is multiplayer where one person plays as the guy in the back and one person plays as the guy in the front, which is, I think, a really fun idea. Whoa. Camera just completely gave up there. But yeah, it is a little bit like, it's a really good idea. I think this game is a really good idea, but in practice it's sort of not executed as well as it could have been. This came out in 2002. I don't know if that's before or after Double Dash, but this is a 2002 game. How did that not work? Okay. Yeah, the strategy theoretically is to block. And then it's... There we go. The strategy theoretically is to block, because if they block an attack, then you actually take the damage. So blocking is good, I just don't really do it, because I don't feel like it. But yeah, like the racing, the moment-to-moment of the racing is just sort of not fast enough, I think is the problem. So it doesn't feel that interesting to play. Also the fact that you have to do every race like 5 times before you get to move on, even if you win all 5 times. I think that's kind of bad. So it's definitely like a great idea, poor execution. And yeah, that is, I was thinking about that yesterday. The Dreamcast Chariot racing game is sort of the only, it's sort of the only comparison we have to this. I've not played it though. There's like a... I think there's like a cave to the right there we could have gone through. I do wonder, like people have been saying that dying doesn't matter enough this entire playthrough, but like, to make dying matter, you die too quickly. So I think that it would have to be harder to die for dying to be very significant. You'd have to redesign it in that way. I mean, you can make the combat more complex, you can make it more strategic, you can do all of this stuff. Problem is, I'm also trying to drive the horse at the same time, so it's like, you can't have the 2 jobs be that complex. They have to be complex enough because the multiplayer says that you gotta, you know, there's multiplayer. There has to be enough for 2 players to do, but also still enough that 1 player can do it without too much trouble. So it's sort of like an awkward position they've put themselves in there with the design as well, maybe. Wow, that guy totally just stole my kill. Arsenius. Die, Arsenius. I'm not really sure that it would even be more fun in co-op, because I think the racing is just too slow. But at least in co-op, maybe... I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, it would be good for a race or 2, while you kind of figured out the mechanics of the game. And then after that, probably not. The wheels are about to come off, so I'm just like dead. This is another weird thing. When your HP gets low, you're just dead. Like, even if that guy didn't hit me, my second wheel was about to come off. Not really sure I understand the wheels coming off mechanics. We had both stunned each other there. We were both just sitting next to each other stunned. Yeah, there are health pickups. It's the green thing when you run into that. Sometimes it just gives you a, sometimes it just gives you, like, a shield, which I think means temporary invulnerability. But about half the time it seems to restore your health. I don't know why it has different effects, but it does. Okay, here's how you go down. That's kind of a hard shortcut to see. But you have to duck in situations like that to not get knocked off the chariot. And you have to sometimes lean left and right for the chariot to not fall over, which I think is kind of fun mechanics. I don't hate the game, I just think it could be better. Oh, when you go down there, that's that a shortcut? What value does going down there have? I'm just in first now, if it's not even a shortcut. Like, this thing might be a health pickup. Yeah, it was. Those things seem like they're the green ones. Those ones will either heal you or give you the shield. The points under the time is my current denarii, so that's game progression. We need 40,000 of those to unlock the next track. So we're gonna have to do this race a couple of times to build up that money. It's 40,000 cumulative. We're already at like 35k, so it's probably 3 more races of this. It's 1,000 as a bonus for winning. So each race, based on the amount of kills I get and, you know, whether or not I win, I should get about 2,000 from each race. But yeah, they sort of did they did the Simpsons road rage thing where it's like, we have no content. How about, in order to beat the game, you just have to grind for hours. Spoiler alert, by the way, I'm pretty sure that once we get to, that was a really bad time for that to happen. I'm pretty sure that once we get to, what's that game called? Arctic Thunder. I think Arctic Thunder is going to be the same way. You have to buy tracks, characters, and upgrades and stuff using money that you get from winning races. So I think we're going to have to grind in that game as well. Not just 7 minutes, 7.5 minutes. And our reward for that was 2290 denarii. I think it was 28,000 to unlock this stage. And then we have to go from 28 to 40 to get to the next one. So, ouch. Ouch, dude. So 2 more wins will do it. 2 more wins ought to do it. I think there are only 7 tracks in the whole game, and this is track 4. The guy who said this took him 6 hours to beat on how long to beat, I kind of question whether or not he's telling the truth. I mean, 6 hours. I guess maybe actually, because we've only been playing for 3 hours. It just feels like I've played so much more because it's such a grind. I guess maybe he's actually telling the truth. Apparently, if you do the racing on hard difficulty, you have to lean on like every turn. That's what the difficulty descriptors in the game said. Hey, Americus. Yeah, it is unique. I want to like it a lot more than I do because it is an extremely unique game. Like, you're not gonna see anything else like this anywhere. But it's kind of unfortunate. Oh, I somehow ended up on the outside? No, we're good. I think. Yeah, okay. Just want to make sure we go under this tree. How did I end up this far ahead? This game has pretty aggressive rubber banding, so you usually don't end up this far ahead. One guy is currently taking an absolutely gigantic shortcut that I wasn't aware of. Look at these guys literally just cut across the map. Okay. Apparently that's a thing. They could just be cheating. I honestly don't discount that. They could have just been cheating there. I can't help but wonder, right here, where the track is only separated by a thin wall, I can't help but wonder if there's some kind of skip potential. Crazy Frog Racing on GBA, a similar thing happened, where they just kept going off the track and the race never ended. I've played enough N64 Rush to see some truly insane things. Hang on, I really want to find this clip now. Hold up, I have to find this. This is like a super old clip. Where is it? I think it happened to Pop-Tart Cat. Okay, no, I'm not gonna be able to find it. There's a certain very funny clip that would be relevant to post here. Or something that happened to him once in Rush. Those N64 racing games are insane, though. You'll see a lot of strange things happen. Is it this one? I... Yeah, it's this one. This is the one. What the hell is that? Literally, what the hell is that? That's one of the most insane things I've ever seen in an N64 Mania clip, though there are a lot of really funny ones. I think the best clip ever generated by our N64 Mania races will always be the one of Shoehorse playing Wheel of Fortune, and the computer, it rejects his correct answer. And then the computer just spells it wrong, and it gives it to the computer afterwards. Thousands log on to the internet. I can't even think about that clip without just, like, breaking out into laughter. Now I need to find this. Hang on. Now I have to find this. Where is this thing? Watch this. Literally just... Yeah, okay, there it is. You beat me to it. Literally watch that clip. Literally watch that clip. I've been holding on to that weapon for like an entire lap. It's thousands log on to the internet, of course. Yo, did you get the game, Ketrub? GL on the pirate thing. I hear, I heard from Froob that apparently, well, I won't say too much, but I heard some stuff from Froob that's kind of interesting. Though I have no faith in Sega, so the answer will probably be uninteresting somehow. But I heard something interesting, speedrun related potentially, about the game. And yeah, this is the late 90s, so thousands logging on to the internet was a little bit more relevant as a news article at the time. CPU winning due to a bug in the game. The answer has to be yes, but I can't think... The answer has to be yes, but I can't think of a clip of it, Americus. Wait, why? My guy's not attacking? Hello? The B button's just doing nothing? Oh, I accidentally got switched to fighter mode. Whoops. If you press up on the D-pad, you switch from controlling the racer and the fighter to controlling just the fighter. while the race continues on autopilot, which is really weird that that's an option. And yeah, Shoehorse got hit by the... like the whatever, the solar thing. It happened to him. The legendary cosmic bit flip. Like, hang on a second, let me check. If we look at the ASCII table, are A and F 1 bit apart? There's no way, right? A is that. F is that. No, they're not 1 bit apart. It's 41 to 46. So you'd have to, like, unflip the 1 and then flip the 4 and the 2. So that's... I think it's just some kind of bad programming. It was not the cosmic ray. It's just some kind of bad programming. Like, if you ever see, if you've ever seen that really popular video, that's like a TAS of Family Feud on the Super Nintendo. And the TASer is taking advantage of the fact that, like, the way Family Feud checks if you've spelled the thing correctly is using some kind of, like, weird algorithm where it doesn't actually check all of the letters. And so as long as you get, like, certain sequences of letters, you can then spell whatever you want. And so the TAS just, like, writes all kinds of ridiculous things that somehow still count as correct answers. It's probably that Wheel of Fortune 64 is doing something like that. You have to spell it in order, but you can ignore extras. Okay. That was the lore. Not sure how Thousfins happens, though. Not sure what kind of bug leads to the Thousfins. My nose itches. Sorry. Keep pausing. Most hated word. You know, I bet that it was like somehow maybe it could have been a contact issue. Because I feel like just in this case, it loaded... It just like loaded the incorrect answer into memory from the cartridge or something like that. Something happened. There was some kind of corruption. Most hated word. I have an answer for this. I need to think for a second about it. I know that I have an answer, but I can't remember what my answer is. I need to think about it. No, it's not moist. It's a much more interesting word than that. Moist is honestly totally fine. I don't have a problem with moist. I'm trying to think, because I remember... there's like a song that has this word in it, and whenever I hear the song, I get to that part, and I think like, oh man, I hate that word. But I can't remember what the word is. That's the problem I'm having. I'll get back to you on this one. It's not Despacito. You've really done it now, Americus. All my brain energy is now being funneled into this completely pointless thing. Trying to remember this. It's not ever long, no. Oh, we're moving on, by the way. We're good. We're done with Germanicus. Circus Nero, the little brother of Circus Maximus, where the down and dirty racing took place for a rough and ready crowd, where the heroes cut their teeth and reputations were made. Check this out, it's the baby park of this game, maybe. If this is the smaller version of the Circus Maximus, this is just gonna be baby park. Dude, it is. It's 10 laps. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get ahead here at all. It's not much of a race, like there's no shortcuts.
I demand vengeance. Beg for mercy.
That's the taunt button, by the way.
You stand no chance.
Of course, the game has a taunt button. It's very important.
Return to me.
They stole my kill. Literally, I didn't get the lap bonus there because Aurora took first place for like a fraction of a second at the moment we passed the finish line. And we're gonna find out if this heals the cart. No, we're not. I don't even get my health back. I'm just now at 0 HP. I don't even get my health back. I think we're kind of screwed. Okay. Got my lap bonus that time. Alright, we win. I won somehow. You need 50,000 denarii to advance to the next course. So we have to win a number of times. That felt completely random. Well, the race is only 4 minutes. This is the shortest race in the game by far.
Welcome to the Circus of Nero.
I have so many Wikipedia tabs open from Trivial Pursuit. Closing all that now. What is this game? Well, it's exactly what it looks like. Nothing more and nothing less. Got him. I love doing that when you get him with the big attack. It's kind of hard to do because they're not supposed to let you do it. You have to charge it up away from them. But it's basically a one-hit kill once you get it. Valeria just totally stole my kill. Probably Valeria and not Valeria, but whatever. Trying to take these turns as tight as I can. I still, like, they just are faster than me, even going around the outside of the turn. You get points for kills, so I really don't want other people getting the kills. The pace meter, you want it to be in that center spot. You want to keep adjusting the pace meter so that it's in the center position. Because that's where max speed is. We're on lap 9. No, no, no way, dude. We got freak styled. We got freak styled, dude. That sucks. I had to kind of play that way because I didn't... He was going to pass me if I didn't scrape him off on the wall at the end. I didn't realize that if I crashed into that thing, that wouldn't count as a win. No, this is the Circus Nero. The Circus Maximus is the exact same NASCAR oval, but bigger. Probably. I think that what's going to happen is we're going to do this, and then after the Circus Nero is Rome, and then after Rome is the Circus Maximus. After this race, I can actually check that order, but it doesn't matter. Those are the remaining stages. There's Rome, which is probably like Streets of Rome, and there's Circus Maximus. Right, getting lots of kills, that's good for points. If I can get tons of kills, then it matters a little bit less. If I can get lots of kills, then it matters less if I actually win. Yeah, it's literally Need for Speed Underground, right? Wait, can you damage someone by injuring their horses? Was that actually doing damage to Marcus? I'm coming in third again. Ooh, sniped second on like the last for him there. But yeah, unfortunate. This race just seems like you won't be able to win it consistently. Everything kind of has to line up for you to be unopposed at the finish line. I want to see... Am I going to have to do deathmatch in these stages, or are we just going to move on? Yeah, there is a deathmatch. Alright, great. Not great. My kill got stolen twice there. I did all the work on those two. Yep, steal all of my kills. I love it. If I just don't even hang on, what if I just like go around the outside of the track the whole race and just constantly hit the healing thing? Because you get points when you hit this. That gets you some points. So if I hit both of them on every lap, how many points do I get? Let's see, right now I'm at 25. And that gets me to 50. So that'd be 50 points for lap. It's 500 points if I just constantly heal myself. That's pretty good. I'm down to just spam the heal button. Yes, we're already at like 46k. And that's 500 before considering kills and placement. Dude. All my kills stolen. Get out of here. Lost first place right before we got the bonus. I'm dead. That sucks. That sucks, lap 10. The random guy, you get points if you run him over. He's on the track on purpose. He's meant to be there as a target. Sick, huge win. One more win would do it, or 2 losses. I'll try to hit him. Nah, I missed. It's a little weird. He tries to dive. He tries to dive under, and when he does that, you don't get the... When he dives under your cart, you don't get the points. He has, like, iframes. For some reason, no one wants to pull up alongside me right now. Got him. That kill's getting stolen, dude. Yep. Praetorius. After this, we have to do a death match, by the way, which is first to 5 kills. That's a really bad time, because it's entirely about kill stealing. Who can steal the other people's kills most effectively? Is that what she's saying? Damn it. He was at like 1 HP. I could have totally had him if he just didn't block. Two people, both at like 0 HP, decide to gang up on me there. Great. And now they'll both just fight each other and take the kills that should be mine. Okay, I still got Praetorius at least. There's absolutely no hope here, by the way. Okay. There is hope. I had to get that kill, and somehow I did. Nice. Continue. Awesome. The Circus of Nero deathmatch. So now it's the first to 5 kills thing. Do not be fooled by the lesser status of this arena. An opponent's attack is no less painful. Blood flows just as freely on the sands of Nero as anywhere in Rome.
Welcome to the Circus of Nero death match.
Oh, is this a... No, it is a 4-player. They only showed the one other guy, and I was like, is this a 1v1? No, of course not. Yes I did. I chose Telos because it says not much is known about Telos, and I find that funny. And I chose the driver known only as the Crazed One, because that's also pretty good. Skulls are kill counts. Those are the other 3 teams' kill counts currently. It's first to 5. So there we go. That's 5 before anyone else even got 2. That was kind of lucky of me. But yeah, I'll show you the characters because they're kind of funny. Rome. Imperial Rome was the greatest city on Earth and the epicenter of the empire. This vast teeming city's martial grasp conquered the known world.
Welcome to Rome.
Wait, is this also just no way? Yeah, okay, it's a longer track. Though it still actually looks kind of relatively short, so that's good. But yeah, here's the character select screen. It looks like Rome, Rome DM, then Circus Maximus, then maybe Circus Maximus DM. We can pick our cart. There's a bunch of carts. I'm going with the Roman one because it says the favorite, Chariot of choice. So like, alright, guess that means I'm choosing it. The horse, we have a number of horses. This is an African horse. And there's also these other like diseased looking horses that have weird spots on them. We go with this horse because its stats are high and high, so I don't know what the, like, why you'd ever pick a different horse. Our options for fighter are Kalunga from the jungles of Africa, Valeria, an expert with the whip chain, Talos, mysterious, grim, and deadly. Little is known about Talos. Marcus, a hero from the Roman Legion. Aurora, Gensoric, feared for his coolness. Praetorius, and that's it. Maybe we should go feared for his coolness. I have played that, yes. And then our choice for drivers. Proud driver from the African savannah. Rebecca, skilled driver from the Isle of Lesbos. Best charioteer in Greece, known for his skill at winning, which is a good skill to have. Gargantus, a longtime champion and an almost unbeatable foe. And Wolf, a wild man from the north referred to as the Crazed One. He meets danger with a smile. Yeah, I played Crash Tag Team Racing on PS2, or on GameCube, rather.
Welcome to Rome.
Tres, due, una.
Yeah, the character descriptions are pretty good. There's a bunch of unlockables that I don't have. The box art depicts a Minotaur. You have to play on hard mode to unlock the Minotaur and stuff like that. I assume the Minotaur is unlockable. It says you have to play on hard to unlock like people and chariots and stuff. Though it doesn't seem that it doesn't seem that you can select your difficulty in tournament mode. So I don't know how I would do it still, but I think maybe if you do, like, the trials. The individual trial mode, that might be what they're referring to for how you unlock stuff. Oh. I thought there might be a shortcut over there. He's feared for his coolness. Yeah, I've got the 2 Mongolians. Okay, a lap was only 1:40, so this is going to be like an under 6-minute race. Very reasonable. Honestly, the game has gotten like less bad as it's gone on in terms of like race number 2 was Cyprus, where 1 lap of it was like 4 minutes. Ever since Cyprus, things have gotten a lot more reasonable. But the first race was also kind of bad. The first race was also like 7 or 8 minutes. I think this is not an American game. I suspect this is, well, I don't know. But the title screen has some German on it, so I think it might be a German game. Either that or they decided to put German on the title screen just because they thought it looked cool. Dude, riding it up the stairs looks so ridiculous. It was made by Americans. Okay, so they just put the German on the title screen because they thought it looked cool. The Japanese do that a lot. It's a classic. Alaskan developer, really? Is that true? That's really interesting. This might be the only video game ever made in the state of Alaska. Well, probably not. Aw, man. Fun ruined. I mean, not that I know, like, lots of where devs are located type stuff, but I'm not aware of any Alaskan game devs ever. Well, stairs too crazy. Yeah, probably like Steam Indies, but I don't think there's ever been like an organized studio there. Made in Salt Lake City. Alright, 60,000 denarii for the next course. So we gotta win probably like 4 more of these. Look at the people in the background.
Welcome to Rome.
Well, here's the deal. Here's the deal. If we quit out here. Not that. Tournament. Okay, you can't see all the way ahead for some reason. We can only see that right now we're doing Rome, then after this we have to do a Rome DM, and then we get to the Circus Maximus. So we're like moderately close to the end of the game. Moderately close. I'm gonna stop here for today. We're definitely gonna finish the game tomorrow though. I think tomorrow we'll start the stream by finishing this game, and then after that we'll hopefully start Starfighter. Hopefully I can find a copy of Star Wars Starfighter that actually works. Kind of worrying. For some reason, I've tried 2 different sites and they've both given me an ISO that is considered invalid by the Xbox. Like it won't go with that. So I don't know what the deal is. Oh, there's so much more Star Wars ID. Check the games list.